Hey, check out this episode of the Patch Notes from the Pre-Patch Podcast.
Mr. Enigma, you played
Yeah.
Phantom Liberty. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
a little bit. And just as a quick reminder, if you guys are not wanting spoilers for Phantom Liberty, please click off and don't listen because I am going to have some spoilers. There are going to be some
What do I do?
spoilers on the video.
it. You have no
I'm just
choice.
gonna
take
step
it-
away.
Go take a walk, bro. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you, man. Like, your spoilers are the entire game because you haven't even fucking played the game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fair.
so just a quick spoiler warning for everybody. So but yeah, I played Phantom Liberty. It's been getting a lot of good press, man. Like I am very impressed with CDPR in the amount of detail that they went into with just this base. I mean, I'm not shocked given the fact that like the quality of their other DLCs and like The Witcher 3 and everything like that is like chef's kiss, right? Like
another
it's
game
amazing.
level. Like
Yeah, it's amazing. So it's not I'm not impressed, but I am very shocked with like the amount of detail that went into it considering what Cyberpunk was. And half of that is the 2.0 update, which we talked about a little bit last podcast. Obviously, we didn't get too into detail, even though Sin says I talked forever. I will state I did not talk more than you, sir. I
So
went back and
long.
looked at it.
So
I went
long.
back and looked at it. You talked for like 30 minutes and I talked for 27, I believe was what it was.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
get out of here,
he's got the
bro.
facts.
Get out of here, bro.
Got the
But
car
yeah,
facts.
the entire like Dogtown and like the new like area so far from what I've seen, and granted I've only done the intro. I only did the intro to get into Dogtown and like the starting mission of the DLC. So far I am extremely impressed with not only the visuals, it seems like the visuals have been upgraded a little bit. I'm very impressed with the story, which is not a huge surprise, but the story itself so far seems really good. It's hooked me. That's about all I can say. And granted, the original one hooked me really well as well too. So again, not all that impressed. Or not all that surprised, I should say. I'm very impressed. One of the biggest things that I can say is like, if you're coming into this brand new and you want to get right into the action and get right into the DLC, I would not recommend doing what they have right now, because what they have right now
Where
is
the
like
raw
if you
jump's not good.
what they have right now is like it's literally you can just create a character, it puts you right into the action with the DLC. You're on just a bland basic bitch character that has like a decent spread across all stats. So I think I started with like 6, 6, 4, 4 and like something.
Did
It was
we
a
find
very
out if that you could just play that straight out the gate?
you can
did you have
yes
to-
that's what I'm doing right now.
That's
Yeah,
the craziest thing to me though. Like
Yeah, that's
I
what-
mean,
that's
like,
what I'm
no
doing right now.
no prior game completion. That's what
well,
I mean.
I'm not sure about that because I have completed the game.
Right.
I
So
don't
was
know.
wondering,
I'm
like,
not
a brand-
100%
like, you just
percent
buy the
positive.
game
Yeah,
and you jump in if you can get access.
I'm
to
hoping
this-
that's
this
not the
jump
case.
start.
I'm
I
hoping
hope
that's not the
either,
case.
right? Because I hope
'Cause
people
I
like,
think-
don't
I
do
think you're
that and get
really-
this idea. You know,
Yeah,
that
you're
it's-
really going to be at a disservice if you do
Yeah.
that. Given the fact that like again you're basically being put into the game with just like the most basic bitch character.
Does it
they
skip
could have given
story
you.
too? Does it skip?
It does
like,
skip story. Yep.
So
It,
that's
it,
another thing,
it
too.
skips the entire from 1 to 15. Everything from 1 to 15 in the base story is skipped.
Yeah.
They do a good job of like prior to you going into the DLC, they give you like a little rundown. Johnny gives you like a little rundown of what's happened so far, like
Right.
a voiceover rundown with a little bit of like video in the background and everything like that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I hesitate to if it is a case of like you can just get right into the DLC without finishing the original game. I would hesitate to recommend that. I
Yeah,
would
you
say
can.
go play it.
I think you're
You
doing
can.
yourself
You can? Okay.
a disservice
Yep.
anyway, because it to me
Yeah.
it's
100%, yeah.
It's one of these games where like I can understand like The Witcher or something like that. Like that could be though it's a great game, it can also feel like a slog. Like the Cyberpunk and where it was versus where it is now. Like I think it isn't a very
Well, not-
enjoyable experience.
Not only where it was, but like the amount of stuff that they changed in 2.0 has completely redone the game, right? Like it feels like a completely new game. So
Right.
it's crazy. I don't want to go too into detail. I can tell you the basic principle behind the DLC is You're put into Dogtown because the president of the new United States, I think her name is Myers. It's President Myers. She gets shot down out of Air Force One. They basically, the intro is you sneaking into Dogtown. You have to get through all the Dogtown guards and security, get down to where the Air Force One has crashed, and then you have to basically rescue President Myers, and that's where the DLC starts essentially.
Word.
And then you take a progression through just a tree of intrigue, spy intrigue, a lot of stuff like that, a lot of like deep state intrigue, everything like that. So if you're a fan of that type of story and you're a fan of those types of hooks, you're gonna love it. Like you're gonna love this DLC. I can already tell because I'm a fan of those
I
types
was
of hooks.
curious
And I'm
too,
already
just to
loving
see
it.
how long this DLC runs. You'll get a runtime of about 15 to 20
I think,
hours.
yeah, I was about to say, I think I
30
thought
for like completionists.
that's what I was about to say. I thought I saw like 30, 35 for full completion.
What is the
with
price
all.
on this?
This is 30,
30, I believe.
I think 31 or 30, something like
if
that.
you purchased, was there an edition? Because I can't remember. Because I know I purchased, I think, the big boy edition of
It is 30.
Cyberpunk. Do you get this for free if you purchase that or no?
No, you do not. No. If you as far as I know, at least, if you purchase the big boy edition, because I purchased the big boy edition, I still had to buy the Phantom Liberty DLC. So
Okay.
it's
Cool.
it's good, man. Spy thriller, completely new area. If you don't know what about Dogtown, it's just like a lawless town, which is crazy. I was talking a little bit about on my stream there, where like if you dive into Dogtown is the one area where like Max Tech and the police force
They won't go, right?
they won't go. They
Yeah.
refuse to go in there, which is insane because Max Tech is huge. Like Max Tech is
Yeah.
like the boogeymen of Cyberpunk, right? So they refuse to go in there. So you're basically in like the most lawless area ever
Yeah.
in Cyberpunk, essentially. And it's so far it's good, man. I'm really impressed with it. I think it's well worth the $30. I think you're easily going to get $30 worth of content out of it. My only thing that I can say in passing is like, don't be swayed and don't be tempted by that. It's like getting right into the DLC. You're gonna have a better time, not only like getting into the DLC and getting into the story if you go back and do that initial one, but you're also going to be less kind of like hamstringed, I almost want to say, because it's not your build, right? You're going in with like a pre-established build,
Right.
So
A very across the board build.
yeah, very it is very a very level build. So it's a very level playing field for you to build on top of that, but it is very basic. They don't give you, I mean, they basically give you level 15 appropriate gear and skills, and then tell you, get the fuck in there, bud, have fun, you know. So if you're okay with that and you've done the original one, have at it. But if you haven't completed the first one, I would not recommend it.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the patch notes. And if you want to see more from the Pre-Patch Podcast, don't forget to check us out live every Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, or at anchor.fm/Pre-Patch Podcast, or wherever podcasts are listened to. Hope to see you there. Much love.